he basically said the strength of our nation is that you have leaders elected to come and wrestle with the immediate challenges we face. And sometimes those challenges are the Great Depression and trying to find a pathway out of it. Some of those challenges are that we are attacked at Pearl Harbor and we need to respond. And it is the role of Congress to wrestle with those circumstances, to make the decisions that will take us forward. And if citizens don't agree, they should throw the bombs out. And
careful what you say.
But I will tell you that I'm very, very concerned about the debt. I spent last year here in the state talking about the doubling of our debt and the fact that more and more of our debt is owned by Saudi Arabia and China. Now, when I was in grade school, and I suspect some of you might have had the same experience, once a week we had a chance as school children to buy savings bonds, U.S. savings bonds. Anybody else have that in their school? I see some nodding heads. We own our own debt. Now, why was that important? Because then when the government paid interest on the debt, the interest was right here, strengthening the incomes of our citizens, staying in our economy, creating more jobs right here in America. But our interest is increasingly going overseas. Furthermore, which drains our country, weakens our country. Furthermore, we enable countries that shouldn't have influence on our economic policies to have. We start getting worried about it. What if China doesn't keep buying treasury bonds, the ones that are expiring? That is not a healthy influence as we try to shape the course of our country. And I'm going to ask folks to ask questions as you go, and not try to jump the queue if you will. If somebody else likes the notion, please ask it. But the key here is that we were running hundreds of billions of dollars of surplus up until about 2000. And two things happened. We were attacked in 2001. We changed our tax code, which lost a tremendous amount of money to the wealthiest Americans. The wealthiest Americans
No way, no way.
And in a 2-year period, we went from about $500 billion surplus to about $300 billion in growing deficit. Now, so tax policy makes a difference. Circumstances make a difference. But we must turn the corner. We were within about 3 years of paying off our national debt, being able to say to our children, you don't have to pay. So we had economists getting on TV and saying, we're worried because there needs to be some minimal level of national debt. For reasons I didn't fully understand. But wouldn't that be a much better problem to have?
Thank you, Senator Merkley, for coming to Baker City. I would like to take just a moment to frame my question. President Obama said on August 19th, quote, "You've heard that this is all going to mean government funding of abortion. Not true. These are all fabrications that have been put out there," end quote. President Obama is misleading the American people because my concerns are not fabrications. They are facts. Page 30, Section 123 establishes a new board of bureaucrats called the Health Benefits Advisory Committee to dictate the health plans that cover abortions. The House bill backed by the White House contains language in the Capps Amendment that explicitly authorizes the federal agency that administers the public option to collect an additional amount of premium funds specifically to cover the cost of elective abortion. and no one would be allowed to enroll in the public option without paying the abortion surcharge. Many pro-abortion politicians are hiding behind the Hyde Amendment, and that's not a pun. That is spelled H-Y-D-E, the Hyde Amendment. Even the mainstream media confirmed this in fact check as well. Time and the Associated Press have documented that healthcare legislation before Congress would allow a new government-sponsored health insurance coverage to cover abortion. These are not fabrications, as President Obama said. The facts are clear. So, my question for you is, because the majority, over 50% of Americans are pro-life, would you be willing to oppose the bill unless abortion is explicitly excluded from the federal insurance plan?
No, I would not. We're going to have a bill that will, if we get to it, if we get to a point where there's finally a bill, we have these 3 House bills right now, we have 1.5 on the Senate side, Health, Education, and Labor did its half, we're waiting for the Finance Committee, which will do another half, they all have to be merged. There's going to be a tremendous amount of additional feedback from citizens, and I'm not going to take any one piece and say this is the entirety of the decision, because this is something that touches every life in America. I'm going to look at the entire bill, its entire scope, its entire implications, and how is it being funded, all the dimensions, and take into account the feedback I have here from Oregon, and wrestle with it. And so, no, anybody should. Also, I just, to do a little fact correction of my own, I can't speak to the House bills, but the Senate bill does not have any surcharge on a public option. It is set up exactly the same. Anybody who wants to choose, just as you choose a state workers' comp plan versus a Liberty Mutual workers' comp plan, same playing field, same arrangements, no special